Hey everybody, we're going to make an interesting recipe today, and it's called Christmas crack. And it's called crack because one of the main ingredients is crackers, and it looks delicious. I've seen it quite a bit on YouTube in the last few days, and I thought, well, it looks so good, I want to give it a try. But before I get started, I found out that there are two young ladies that watch my channel all the time and are very faithful and enjoy watching. And so I wanted to just personally tell them thank you. And their names are Colby, and she's 12, and then Avery is 13. And I hope that by watching, it helps you as you grow older and start cooking for your families and stuff. I hope that you find things that you've learned here helpful. And I thank you so much for watching my channel. It makes me feel really good to know that you've taken an interest. So with that, we'll go ahead and get on to our recipe. It's simple, it doesn't take that long to make it, and it's really good from what everybody says. So we'll get down into the pot here, and I'm gonna have it fairly high just until the pot gets hot, and then I'll cut it down. And we're going to take 2 sticks of real butter and put them in. This makes a real pretty Christmas present. You'll see once it's finished. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give my neighbor, she's in her 80s, and I'm going to give her a little Christmas container full of this. So there is the 2 butters in. And to the 2 butters, you want to add brown sugar. Some people use the dark brown sugar, some use the light brown sugar, so I don't assume that it matters. But you're going to use 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons firmly packed brown sugar. So here is the 1 cup firmly packed, and then for the 2 tablespoons I'm just going to add a little more, because you know how I am about not measuring. So now what you want to do is get your sugar mixed up with your butter and let it get to a low boil. You don't want it to pop out on you and all that, but you want to get it to a low boil. And it's getting there, but while we're waiting on that, we'll get our pan ready. So I have a sheet pan, and I'm going to just spray this a little bit to keep our parchment paper in place. And so you can use tin foil if you prefer, but I think parchment paper would be a much better idea. So then just put that down. And now our butter and brown sugar mixture has started bubbling, so it goes 3 to 4 minutes. You might want to time it, and you pretty much want to stir it the whole time. So I'm going to cut the camera off until this goes, I'm going to do it for 4 minutes, and then I'll come back and we will get on with the next step. This is finished cooking, and as you can see, it's gotten thick, and it's made kind of like a toffee caramel type consistency. So I'm going to set it aside for just a minute, and we're going to get our tray ready. And once you have your parchment paper in it, then take some crackers, and these are just the Zesta crackers, and these are my favorites, so that's why I got them. And you just open them up. And you want to layer your pan with them. This would be a good recipe to have your children help you with. I'm trying to hurry, but when I try to hurry, I seem to get slower. And these have a salted side and a unsalted side, and I'm putting the salted side up. Not that it really matters, probably. And if you don't think you'd want that little bit of salt from the cracker, then just buy the unsalted crackers. I'm going to have to open one more pack. And put these as close together as you can. And then this little section there, it's not big enough for a whole cracker. Just break your crackers in half and try to fill it up. And so that's it for that. Now what we want to do is take our toffee mixture that we made, and we want to drizzle it all over our crackers. And that little bit of time I had it sitting there layering my crackers, it's kind of gotten a little bit harder. But get as much out as you can. Now take your spoon and spread your mixture out over your crackers. Be gentle because they're going to want to move around some. But you do want to get all your crackers. And it is not that easy to spread it out. Just do the best that you can. Okay, that's about as good as I'm going to get it. So once you have that spread out, you want to put it in your oven on 350 for 5 minutes. So let's just stick it in the oven, and in 5 minutes I'll be back. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, and if you can see, the caramel toffee stuff is bubbly and it's baked in. So what we're going to do next is take some chocolate. I like the milk chocolate, but you can use the dark chocolate if you want, or you could probably even use white chocolate if you wanted. But you're going to take this and put it all over. And spread it out. And then it's got to get warm because you want to spread this chocolate out. So what I'm going to do is just stick it back in the oven for just a minute, just for the chocolate to get warm. And while that's going, you can add nuts to this, pecans. Well, I guess you'd maybe like to look at me instead of the stove. I don't know though. You could add nuts to this if you want to, but my family's not a fan of nuts. So what I'm going to do is add some of these broken penny sticks, and they have the texture of nuts, but it's penny sticks. And so I put some in a baggie and took my the thing you hit your husband with when he doesn't listen, the rolling pin, and I broke them up. So that's been in the oven for maybe a minute, and let's see if it's melted enough. Yeah. So you want to just spread this out. And then the last step as far as cooking goes, you want to put it in your freezer for about 20 minutes, and then you'll be ready to fix it to be served. So I'll come back in about 20 minutes and we'll finish up. We're back, and this is the next day. Things got away from me and I just didn't get a chance to finish the end of the recipe, so I'm doing that now. And what I did was go ahead and put this in the refrigerator instead of leaving it in the freezer, and it did just fine. And also, I showed you the pretzels, but I forgot to put them on, so I put those on after I had stopped the video. So with that, it looks good, and we had a little mouse come and take a corner of it, and they said it was good. But we will take a look, and there's where the mouse got his taste. His name was Randy the mouse. So now all you do is raise it up, and you have one thick, or not that thick, but one sheet of it. And this can be kind of messy. So you just break pieces, and where you have your crackers together, you know, it'll seep through. But then you just break it in pieces. And it's not hard to break. I'm just trying to not make too much of a mess. And you just continue breaking it up until you have your whole sheet of candy broken up. That's what it looks like. And we'll give it a taste. Oh, that is really good. You have just a touch of salt from the salt on the crackers and the pretzels. So if you like that salty, chocolatey taste, you'll really like this. And the crackers are normal. They're you know, not real soft, not hard. They stayed the way that they taste in the pack. The toffee or caramel is really tasty, and then the chocolate's really good. So this is a hit. I think anybody would appreciate getting this for Christmas. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and I hope you get a chance to make it. I think you'll be glad you did. Have a great day. Do something sweet for somebody, and do something sweet for yourself. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.